in this video, we'll try to understand what exactly is the use of Document.Ready in Jquery. So to understand Document.Ready, let's take the same example, what we have done in Hello World. So if you remember, right, this example had a simple text box called as txt1, and this txt1 was manipulated by Jquery, something like this, dollar and then txt1.val and hello Jquery, right? So if you execute this example, it displays hello Jquery on the browser, right? But now let me go and take this Jquery manipulation code from here and let me paste it here. Now let's see what happens. Now if I do a Control F5, you can see that it's not working, right? And just to see that what the problem is, let's put a debugger here very quickly, right? So let me put a debugger point here, and let me go and debug this code. So you can see over here, now you can see that the debugger has stopped here at the place where we have written debugger, and if you see down below, it is completely empty. The text box is not loaded into memory. The text box is not loaded into memory, and our Jquery code is trying to refer that text box. So if you now try to go and run this code, you can see down below it is completely empty. There is nothing here, right? Okay, and so the text box is not even existing at this moment, right? And if we try to execute this code, definitely it will give a runtime error saying that I'm expecting the object text box txt1, but looks to me that the txt1 is not found. So what is happening exactly over here? Let me just go and show a diagrammatic representation of this. Now HTML is loaded into something called as DOM, document object model. Document object model is nothing but it's an in-memory representation of your HTML, right? So this HTML is loaded into in-memory DOM by the browser in an interpreted manner. Remember, I'm emphasizing a very important word here, interpreted manner. So HTML is loaded into the DOM by the browser in an interpreted manner. In other words, interpreted means every line of this HTML code is read, okay, by the browser, and the DOM is created. So he says, okay, there is a text box here, he creates a text box. So there is a form here, he creates a form. There is a body tag here, he creates a body tag, right? So this DOM is nothing but it's an in-memory representation of your HTML. So line by line, he goes, he interprets that HTML and creates the DOM. So in our case also the same thing was happening. So basically he reads this HTML tag and creates the HTML in the DOM in the same way he does for head. He goes line by line, he does for title, he does for body. But when he comes at this line, right, the text box txt1 is still not loaded into the memory. Why? Because that's the next line of code, right? So over here, this code crashes. So we need to somehow ensure that this code runs only and only when the final DOM is loaded inside the memory, right? So for that, that's where we have this thing Document.Ready. Okay, so what we can do here is we can use the Jquery method Document.Ready, or else the Jquery event Document.Ready. The ready event of Jquery fires when the final DOM is loaded. So what I'll do something like this. I'll say, okay, document, again every Jquery syntax starts with a $sign. So I'll say $document.ready. So when everything is ready, at that time only go and fire this function here, right? And that's it. So you can see here now what I'm saying here is that when the final DOM is ready, okay, when the final line of HTML is read and the DOM is prepared, after that go and fire this code. Until then, don't do anything, right? So now if we do a Control F5 here, so you can see now that our code is working, right? Great, right? So Document.Ready is nothing but it's an event, and this event fires when the final DOM of HTML is loaded into memory by the browser. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. In this video, we were trying to understand what is the use of Document.Ready in Jquery. Thank you so much.